Casinos and resorts. It is the final game of the, and we get started tonight with a swing. Some pretty good velocity tonight. That was another crisp one there. 97 thing. Takes a little low. His night. And the bouncing ball left side of the infield. Young is there. And Brandon Lau, the hitter, and he'll take a fastball for a strike. Big addition this offseason for the Pirates. This one's off into the bat out towards center field, and you're gonna have to, I don't want the clean shaven with the mustache. Brian Reynolds, switch hitter, 9% of the time. It's 1-2.
Looks locked in early.
Right back at Reynolds, a little low. They've added some weapons to him in the lineup, but it takes strike three called, and then so Nimmo goes after the first pitch and shoots that one right out into the outfield. Brandon Nimmo on to begin the ball game. Command issues. We'll see if they continue to be aggressive. Peterson takes one out season. Chandler sneaks it. There's a strike. Fastball at 98. Well, that's strike three called. And a little bit slower than that is. He goes after the changeup. Chandler's 1-1. That's high. Seager hits that one into center field. That's a base hit. Nimmo will turn but hold second base. Jake Berger takes a second most going in the American League. Yeah, two-strike pitch. And there's a little tapper foul. I heard 0-2. That's low. So it's there are 1-2 pitch, and this one soft flare second base. They'll get the out at second. No relay to first. So Berger. Carter takes very high. Ball one. Carter comes up empty. That's up. Here's his 2-1. And that's fouled away. Well, Chandler's 2-2. And that is strike three call.
Regular season, who surprises you? And he said this year in
We're getting called up to the big leagues and looking at my hands.
To Osuna. And I
call.
Yeah. That is a swing. And DeGrom, he's got some power. 4 homers so far, and he was out in front of that.
How about that?
Well, this one's lined out over second. That's a base hit. O'Hearn will be the first base runner of the night for Pittsburgh. 270 average for Gonzalez and 20 ERA over his last 3 starts. And there's a swing when you're obviously not working, but when you're 1-2, and that one's lined out over short. Base hit for Gonzalez. So back-to-back 1-out singles result for the process. Good breaking ball. Strike pitch. What have you done for me? Ready in his 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss at the fastball. Well, his fastball's been 1-2. And this is in the air out towards center field and running to work to the shortstop. And got him to go after that first pitch. A pop up right side out of play. And of course, in the big leagues, 1 strike pitch that's fouled away. DeGrom's 0-2 and a swing and a miss. It's fouled over to the right side.
You know, I do find his.
Oh yeah. Fouled back. 1-2.
Yeah.
Good 6 feet in the air. A little higher than that. There's a swing and a miss. To have a hard throwing staff, especially when 1 strike pitch to Josh Smith, and he'll shoot that one the other way. Well, I mean, he gets in there in the National League.
I know this is
1-2 pitches outside. Full count now to Smith, and he fouls it back our direction. 3-2, and that's in the air left field. Reynolds heading back now. He'll reach up and he'll take a strike. Good at bat from him tonight. Whoa. 1-1, and that one is blooped out over short. Drops in for a base hit. 3rd Rangers hit of the game. So great job by Osuna. Lasso over there as he'll draw a throw. Nimmo takes a little off the plate. 1-0, and that's high. 20 innings coming in. Oh boy. That was a pretty good move. He's going. Pitch is outside. That's ball 4. So Nimmo draws now. And Peterson goes after it. Hits it in the air to left. Reynolds is back and makes. And they're heading to Milwaukee. As DeGrom is walks this year. And he shoots this one out into left field. That's not an easy play. You know, Osuna has to take it on a hop. Lead man on, and now O'Neill Cruz.
More and more guys are like that.
Yeah. 0-2. And that's fouled away.
So for some reason, I feel like Aaron Judge coming in.
Maybe it's the number. There's a swing and a miss. Cruz strikes out. And he'll take outside. In the last 5 years or so has become. This one popped up along the third baseline. It's a long run. Osuna getting there, and he makes it back in right field in batting practice.
I know you probably didn't ask this.
1-2, runner going, and that's fouled away. The 1-2. And DeGrom is up with that one. 2 and a swing and a miss. Another strike. Well,
that's contact. I knew, like in those situations,
you know, took a little momentum out.
When you're hit. And I don't think they wanted a long swing at the end.
Bouncer down to first base. And horrible. Jake Berger goes after the first pitch here. Pops it up. Short right center. Cruz wants it. I think they're going to be very popular. There's a line drive out over third, and Young has a base hit. He got hit in the any pitch delivered anywhere. It's up and out. Big fly right here. 3. Here it comes. And he missed. That's ball being a good spot. Full count. Goes. And there's a swing, and that ball's well struck. Deep out to right center. Back near the wall, and that is off the fence. Crosses up Cruz and O'Hearn. A run is into third base. Here comes Evan Carter. The throw to the plate. Not in time. That's awesome.
You can really run fast when you slow down like that.
That's no kidding. The pop-up. Awesome. DeGrom. And the one-strike pitch fouled away. He stays alive on those kids. The 0-2. And it's popped up. Foul ground. Berger giving it a look, but that's not to do with both the temperature and humidity. There's a ground ball shortstop. Easy hop for Seager. Throws out his opposite number. Strike one. That he would ever say it, but I think you have to. Here it is. We're doing it again. Well, that's O'Neill Cruz. I'll tell you, there's one that I can think of.
Good example.
Also, and that's in key. The 2-2. There's a breaking ball, and that one's hit hard out to right center, and that is gone. And I think everybody knew it. Nemo's angle at that ball, and a little bit is now DeGrom deals high. 1-0 this year. 1-2. Here's the pitch. And that's pulled foul. Now here the 1-2, and he strikes him out swinging. Wow. Evan Sisk delivers, and this is popped up out near second base. And Lau delivers low here. You're going to be coming in at some point here.
Bugging them to know if they need to avoid you if possible.
Inside 2-2 to Daniel about how you're feeling. This one's popped up again. And Lau out into the grass and right makes the catch.
If he got hurt, I knew that I was going to have to spot start. So I knew 5+ run game that we were losing. You know, I say it that way, but
here's the pitch. And that's pulled foul. Of Lau here, the 1-2, and he strikes 6th. The Rangers with a big lead, and DeGrom's first pitch rolled down to first. Berger, Zuna, and
Now he
It's
needs
a
a
piece hands of Jacob deGrom, the 1-1. And I swear he went. Yeah, he did. That strikeout. And almost got it. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And O'Hearn takes strike. Good point. Here's the 1-1. 2-2. 2-2. And that misses. He's already at a off on the way. And that is Gonzalez, the batter, and Collier, the hard throwing right-hander.
I think I'll take the words of Charlie Huff when matter who's at the plate.
Yeah, fatigue was becoming a part of the call. 3-2 from Collier. And a foul. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, that got him. Collier is a problem for him. And that one's not very close. 2-0. Somebody ready, the 2-0. And that one runs tight. And Horwitz takes high, ball 4. So, yeah, it's there's a strike. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. And that's down the right side, foul. Okay, here it comes. And that's hooked on the ground, third base. Diving stop, Young hops up, long throw. And they great images of. Oh, I'll get my snout in there. That's outside. I mean, no one's going to turn away. That's not a cookie. Trace Leches is unfortunate too far. 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4. So Osuna.
Crunchy.
Nimmo swing. We're really talking. There's a toss over there to first.
And
Give me the cookie. The 1 strike pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And it's worth the drive. There goes Osuna. Pitch is high. Throw down to second is a pretty good one. They got it. 2 balls. Oh, that ball's turned down the right side to start the year. And that's outside. Another walk. McCutchen. 0-2. Support of Andrew as well as their team. A high fly ball out to center field. Cruz.
it was tough because I remember at one point they had struggled to get fans because they desperately want a contender and for the playoffs. I don't think they have to.
To me, it's a very important franchise for Major League Baseball than the Pirates. It's fouled away. Seager foul tips that into the mitt.
Arrogantly brag about their organization, and then the Rangers win.
And that's a little bit there. To start base. 2-2. Alex, on your face. Ground ball, shortstop.
Night.
Distinct home runs I've ever seen. Like one that I'll today. They said, 4.
I mean, I'm glad they did add 10.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Back. Off we go. Chromia.
Look into those eyes.
Might use him, but he didn't. So
He just felt like he was struggling that day to see the ball, so he decided why not give it a shot, and they seemed to work for him. And, you know, he was kind of hiding his face.
2-2, and Berger shoots that one foul.
You asked me a question like you know everything about her. Like, hey, you know hey, Mila Kunis, you know who she is? And then I'm like, oh, it's.
That's what I know. There's a bouncer left side of the infield. And Griffin's long throw. What you're doing.
There she is at another Whole Foods getting food.
Mila Kunis, this is hurtful.
Watch this, Dave.
Go on. Little comebacker, and that one sneaks up the middle, but backhanded by Lau. Good. The Rangers did their damage in the 3rd and 4th. And that one hit softly out toward right, and it drops in for a hit. Well placed.
That one, if he didn't have an inside the park home run already.
Danny Jansen Lifts that high in the air, back of second base. And Lau, tuck it away. I mean, you're set. Sometimes also good clarity. Was it Snoopy or was it his brother? Bouncer right side. Good job by Berger. Feed. There's no question about that. Osuna did not. Rather slow start for him. 1-1 pitch, and that is in the air center field. Chases Carter back onto the warning track and get pretty roomy in the outfield. On the ground, second base, Smith on top of it. Games.
Yeah. Did you see that? Just throw a fastball.
He wasn't going to swing at anything they threw up there. That is high in the air out to shallow left. Just get like 2 base runners for all that. There's a ground ball shortstop. Griffin is there, and they throw out Osuna.
They throw their first 5 pitches with no. Oh
boy. Of those. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1. And that one's lined up the middle, a base hit. Nemo's second hit to go with 2 walks, and he's going to try and stretch it into a double, and he does. 18 years in the big leagues in a Pirates uni, and McCutchen will take. I'll take a strike. Bounces that foul. And he strikes out here. This is awesome. His first big league pitch, a ground ball shortstop. Seager is there. Throws a free agent by the Rockies to get his career started. Eventually, pretty awesome. The 1-0 here in this ballpark. Right, called up today as Robert Garcia was placed 3-1, and that one's lifted high in the air out to left field. Osuna gets to this, pitched in relief of Jacob deGrom. And he gets
been great.
Yeah, they're into it, and there's a strike. Over the years, the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 2. His pitch all the way to Griffin. A swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and that's how he'll complete this game.